Welcome back. So there was the CSGO update. Not a whole lot going on. You can no longer trade keys or sell keys on the market that you buy, which I think is good. I actually had one of the people in my stream, one of my loyal viewers, wanted to send me a key to open a box recently, or some keys. He bought some keys apparently to send to me, but I told him to keep his keys and open the boxes himself.
Yeah, very nice
Because
of you, James.
yeah, because you shouldn't be. While I appreciate it, I'd rather he open something nice than I open something nice based on money he spent.
You'd be obligated to give it to him, even though you might not want to
No, I
give it
wouldn't
to
give it to him.
Huh?
If I took those keys as mine,
But if he wants to give you something,
yeah.
why are you telling? But you're then saying you're telling him what he should be doing. But if he wants to give them,
Well, he's telling me
you,
what I should be doing by giving me keys, is he not?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
By that logic,
I mean, he's giving you a gift.
I know, but he's been.
And you can do what you want with the gift.
Yeah, but I'd
rejecting
rather
the gift, James. is
I'd
BM.
rather he spend that money on him rather than me. That's how I feel about it. I would like
I'll
to
take the
see.
keys.
I would like to see him. Scumbag Dan will take your keys. Well, he would have, but now it's too late because it's impossible. But I would like to. I would rather see him open something with his money than me open something with his money. So that's me. Anyway, so the CS:GO update. There's some container key stuff. You can't transfer keys or whatever. Some exploit was fixed in Danger Zone where players could avoid damage. Oh, Danger Zone damage, like from the actual zone, if they had an invalid player name. That's really weird. Once the drone starts self-destructing, it can no longer grab cargo. That's it, really. There's not a whole lot going on.
Source 2 then.
It's not too exciting. We still can't draw on the map. This clock will continue to tick. It will go to 426 later today. When we hit, actually, it might be in about 10 minutes. It's either in 10 minutes. No, the clocks have gone back now, so it's like 11. I don't know what the hell. I don't know when. It's going to change at some point anyway.
Okay,
Before the end of the show, that will be 426. So there's nothing terribly interesting in today's CS:GO update. I'm trying to think of experiences I've had in Danger Zone. Someone said, "Oh, I found some bugs in Danger Zone," but they won't listen to me. So I said, "Send me an email and I'll forward it to them." Hasn't sent me an email. Can't have been that really buggy, I suppose.
If you had 5,000 days to that number, James, you get the days since there was a new engine in CS.
Look how happy you are.
What? I'm just saying it's add
Okay.
5,000 to that.
You know, Apex is based on a source engine.
Yeah.
Okay. So what if it was a source engine? Would that class as a new engine?
Well, I mean, ideally, I would like a brand new engine, not a recycled engine.
What engine?
Because the thing is, like, especially if you have competitors, like you're making, let's say in this instance, right?
How much do you know about game programming?
Very little, but what I know is if you have an engine that's purpose built for a game, it's bloody easy to optimize as opposed to an engine where you've recycled it. It's got old code from people that you don't know the name of from 15 years ago.
Sure, but surely the
and
Source
stuff
2
from 20 years
engine
ago and
is designed with multiple games in mind where it would be enough.
I mean, I'm sure, yeah, you know, of course. But I mean, like if you purpose build an engine and you know, it's everything's just gonna be easier and better. Obviously, it's an expensive process, but there are people that do it. There's a lot of people that do it.
Yeah, that's true.
And it just depends what your goal is. If your goal is, I think ultimately, if your goal is like to make an esports game, I feel that's a really big plus because you have so much ability to fix problems quickly and easily. If your objective is, like you say, with Source or like the Unreal Engine, so that as loads of people can build games, okay, whatever, it's fine.
I think it's hard to say that you can fix problems quickly and easily. Probably, you know, because it depends on the nature of the problem and what causes the problem and finding that out. I mean, so let's not make sweeping statements.
I mean, there's like a lot of engines which like are historically have produced so many extremely buggy games. Like Bethesda were very well known for their very buggy, very buggy games, for example, and they didn't care, and that's fine.
Also depends on who makes it or who kind of optimizes it. Because remember, PUBG had the same engine as Fortnite, but they look completely different, optimized completely way different.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on how you use it too.
Yeah. It's deep, man. It's not so black and white. It's not so simple.
I'm
not against a new engine though.
On a demo player and a better
more modern engine.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Because that's the problem too, is that you want your game to be able to be run on all kinds of systems. It feels like there shouldn't be a reason why CS:GO should struggle on some systems these days. It's very CPU intensive.
I should be getting 500 FPS constant with my rig. No, I get sub 300 sometimes. It just gets me upset. I shouldn't be upset.
Are you using a 240 Hz monitor?
No.
Are you getting more than 250 FPS consistently?
Usually, yeah.
You should get 240 Hz monitor, Eric.
I would like one. I would like a 244 Hertz monitor.
I have
Thank
one
you.
in the office.
Like
Well, I say I have
$500
one. We have
checks.
one in the office.
Yeah. Let me just get $500. Just pull out of my pocket.
Yeah, they are. They're not cheap, are they? I mean, there are some cheaper ones, but you know,
I'd
I
love to
do
get one.
want to get one at home.
I think my next one will be 244 Hertz.
I have a ridiculously powerful PC coming to London soon, so I'm hoping to get a 240 Hz monitor as well. Because right now, like I'm on a 980 Ti at home, and like so if I'm streaming and playing, my FPS is all over the place. It's like I can't play competitively if I'm streaming at home in London. I can here because I've got a monstrous iPower machine, but yeah, times are changing, man. I'm happy. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Videos?
But I still have. Do you know what? A really weird thing is because I have a gaming chair here, and the desk I play on here is pretty low. But I mean, I like it. It's fine for me. Although he says it's too low, and so does Rambo. So say it's too low for me, but I like it. But at home, my chair is higher, but my table's high. And I have an IKEA chair, and the arms are higher on against the base of the seat than in a gaming chair. Like the gaming chair is here, and like the other one is higher. So when I go back, I'm going to be all over the place.
I'd take those arms out if I were you. Because if you're like this, you're going to have a tense
you might be
shoulders all
right.
the time.
It's all over the shop. So here we are, Vertigo, the pick of EUNITED. I just honestly don't know. I got to look at some stats here. I got to see if INTZ have played. I can't imagine many teams have played like officials since Vertigo has been significantly changed.
Quick thing, if you're someone that does know a lot about game engines and you're listening to that discussion, please send tweets if you have any relevant information, ideas, or opinions, because I don't know anything about actual engines.
Well, Carmack
I'm just kind of looking at what I've seen over the years.
Yeah, I
making
feel like
some assumptions about it.
Yeah, it's hard to really
this is the old one.
assumptions about engines and things like that.
Yeah.
So they're playing the old Vertigo. I thought it was the new one.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, some organizers, like I know Pro League, are still playing the old one, and I completely forgot about that.
We need to be united here.
But I don't understand.
So this makes more sense now.
But why not use the one that Valve have made the update to?
Well, that will come at a certain time, but in the middle of a season.
People are setting their
Right.
foot down. They had enough, Dan.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a discussion with the teams, and if the consensus is we would like to play this one until this point, then this is how legal organization is. Wouldn't be the first time we've done this. But I did have a discussion about this behind the scenes as well, but I completely forgot about it and just thought, yeah, new Vertigo. No, it's the old Vertigo.
Betas.
Because this is the one people are still practicing, essentially, until, it's an appropriate time for them to go to the new one with travel and so on. So here we are. It's the vintage Vertigo, if you will, in this vacuum of time, where we don't have the changes to the A bomb site just yet. It's going to be kind of weird since we've been playing the new one ourselves, but here we are. INTZ are actually, it's a low, they've won 2 of the 3 they've played in the last 3 months, so they're 67%. I think the percentages are relevant. EUNITED played it twice, INTZ have played it 3 times.
And the Brazilian teams have been playing it a fair amount, I think, amongst themselves as well. At least given how confident Sharks were on this map, and Sharks kind of beasted Team Liquid on this map, I would imagine that there's been some play between the Brazilian teams on this one. One thing we know about this version is that the A ramp control is pretty big. The CTs want to try to contest that. Mid control as well has also been more and more of an importance in Vertigo games.
Yeah, the new one, the middle, has that ladder room that can connect yourself down by like T middle, which is a big update. And there's a lot of big updates with the new one. That one being a particular one.
Bonk atomic punch.
So not really all that much going on in this force by 0 damage done. United could really benefit from Cooper getting a kill, stealing a gun. That would be a great objective, but that will not happen. So, 2-0.
I thought it wasn't possible to really drag out the round on a map like Vertigo, but I think INTZ might prove me wrong. It was a 5-on-1, and they're still just holding the ankles, just waiting. Why not?
Now it's time for the full save for United. Single P to 50, the only investment here. $300. And INTZ going for an A rush, and United going for an A rush. And one team has guns and the other does not. So I guess you can do the rest. In terms of
This one has a ladder. I'm confused.
But yeah, this has a ladder as well, yeah.
This one has the hole. Does it still have the hole above, like in the elevator thing? The elevator shaft?
I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. I thought the ladder was on the new one, but I guess
There is a ladder on the new one.
there's a ladder one on this one too.
Well, double ladders then.
There's ladders everywhere.
Yeah, the changes are so dramatic, it does make things somewhat weird. But there we go. Vertigo. Bag of money. It's interesting, like if you look at the CTs on Dust 2, for example, they have bags on their back, which are not part of their player model. So, in that Gandalf position, like on old versions with old models, you would sometimes see a CT's facing the wall in a corner to try and hide. But now, if somebody tries to do that, you'd see their bag sticking out, but you couldn't shoot their bag. So you'd know they were there, but you still couldn't shoot them, which is really unusual. So that bag of money hanging off the back of the T, you can't shoot, for example. But it's an interesting design approach.
It's a nice double HE to Yell, putting down to 2 HP before he got finished by the bullets. INTZ just waiting around, holding for a push that's not going to come. They will be forced to make the action, perhaps playing off of Destiny's luck. Destiny's going to try to pull some rotation, keep some players on the A bomb site. And in fact, 2 players will go from B and mid to A. And then they'll go back again. INTZ going to commit behind this. The bomb site is being dropped on the ground. And the B bomb site is looking to be cleared up here by the CTs. Bomb will be collected. Will they commit towards B? They still have time. It's looking pretty rough here for Destiny though.
1 versus 3. Down he goes, edging forward towards the site, and it will be a round for United, their first round here on Vertigo. Now what's next?
See where the ops go for both teams. I'm curious on what usually is the spot to op. Looks like this would be a heavy A for INTZ. Yell's gonna post up with an AWP. Cooper though, himself another off angle, looking down towards T-ramp. Zan is just being a nuisance here. He's just trying to snoop around, get some information.
INTZ edging towards the A ramp at the moment, and it's a fairly passive approach from INTZ. They've left the bomb in the middle. It's in the underground at the moment, and that'll be collected by Zant, presumably. Maybe not. He's gonna run past it. Food's coming in just before Food can throw the smoke and disappear.
1 minute on the clock. Fire around the A site to smoke to try and deter the T from moving forward. That flank from Freakazoid. It's going to work out. Zan had the angle in the smoke, but swinging his crosshair around, caught off guard it seems. Cooper going for a cheeky peek. So this kind of fishing, I feel like, is going to be harder on the new Inferno around the A bomb site. It's going to be more involved, require more teammates, at least from the CT side of things. Smoked up in the choke point by the elevators. A Molotov ahead of it. INTZ continue to edge forward towards the site.
Death. Very easy 2K for Destiny around the smoke. It's looking very difficult now. Perhaps have to get rid of this one. Or give this one up, I should say. And Super tries, but he's a bit too late. Yorp is lost. INTZ's slow but steady approach there is good enough to win the rounds. EUNITED, perhaps after this round, will be encouraged to go aggressive on a ramp, so they can shut down the positions early on from INTZ. Again, I think that was one of the I think Renegades were the team that really showed at the major. They really showed the power of doing that, and that if you don't have robust takes of the A ramp position, at least some of the time, then this can look pretty T-sided.
INTZ looking like they have some pretty good knowledge of the maps. There's smokes or Molotovs. They know some set pieces for this map, and they seem like they have a pretty good grasp on what you need to do in this meta, just to make sure that the CTs can't take over middle.
Man, my entire prediction was hinged upon new Vertigo being picked as a gimmick. Even though I was aware of the discussion that they'll be playing old Vertigo, but such is my memory. Oh, goodbye, food. I did this yesterday. I did this only yesterday.
That's pretty fun.
There's got to be like a reference point where you look at the floor to see, okay, if I go past this point, I will fall to my death. So we need to establish that. Instead of some harassment, Cooper won't be able to retrieve that weapon. So United are just fishing here. However, Vanity has an AK-47, and that could lead to some level of danger. Although with only 2 players left, including Vanity, that will be a lot harder to be so effective. 1 by 1 down they go. The most dangerous man remains. Looking for a 1v1. He got it, but he did not win the round.
It's a slow, methodical play by INTZ. This really, the playstyle kind of reminds me of a Python. Just slowly squeezing the life out of the opposing team. No rushing. Just taking their time. Bait the nades. And just let the other team choke themselves.
And here we go, the A-ramp take comes through. Cooper with a great shot onto Cello to even things up. And this is what we're talking about. You know, you need to shut down A-ramp a little bit. Force the T's to at least take a lot more time working on those positions before you play passively yourself. Mark goes to forward position towards B ramp there. Can still communicate to his team that it's not much to worry about towards that position. Keep your focus on A. And you can see like how slow INTZ have to be now. Every position's called into question.
Well, that's slow anyway. So nervous and jiggly. Ooh, SHZ jumping for information. And we punished for doing so. Cooper was spot on by a rant, so... Again, I think all this kind of jerkiness and how common this was on this Inferno is partly why there was a redesign to encourage more dedicated, concentrated plays. Smokes up towards the site as we reach the dying seconds of the round. Which is where the game really begins for INTZ on their T-sides. Cooper with a flick. Target practice for him at this point. He's on Y-Prac. An advantage now still for EUNITED. Down to 12 seconds. Freakazoid looking to flank, thinking surely they're making their way towards the bomb site, but no, they're still edging forward. 7 seconds on the clock, and EUNITED, I think, against any other team of that time left, They're making some good plays, but INTZ is still just waiting for pushes, even with about 11 seconds left on the clock. And eventually, they will be rewarded.
I mean, that's the problem, though, because EUNITED were giving them the peaks as well, as opposed to forcing them to plant. I think from that perspective, they were a bit aggressive. So need to play the time there, and it's a rough one. They're 1-6 down at this point. Another half buy coming through. Almost accept that smoke that they just threw. Now there's no utility to play out for them in this round. And we'll have a rotation here for a burst from EUNITED. This could work out, actually. That's annoying when that play goes down, but there's a quick headshot to response. And another one. Guns will be distributed. The bomb's been collected, and to B it will go. Vanity's just hiding on the bomb sites.
Edging. Lots of AD. It's like us back in the P90 days. Just a little jiggle to try and bait some information. Vanity will be forced by the flames. There's a boost to be had over the smoke. And Yell will fall. And there's a second round for EUNITED. They'll collect some weapons. 3 Kriegs. Can't be unhappy about that. That's a nice bounty for them.
That's one of the drawbacks on this map, is even though it's kind of a smaller map per se than the other maps, is that since they're kind of stacked on top of each other, you have to walk everywhere in this map. That's why you see probably a lot of slow movement play sometimes when they have to switch to bomb sites.
Yeah.
Which is one thing I wish they kind of maybe stay away from these kind of maps, because sound is kind of awkward in this game sometimes, especially if they're above you. You can't really tell above from below.
Yeah. I mean, I always wondered, you know, if it's something that maybe would be too unintuitive, but that you could modulate that so that there are certain surfaces where sounds are more obscured, just so that there's more to play with in terms of map design. Because as you say, like a mapper could make a more interesting map, whereby he could create spots like this, but not have it be as punishing for one team to go as quickly on rotation. So there's definitely some interesting ideas there, but either way, got the push with the smoke there after the boost, and Cooper's going to be ready for that one. It's very, very awkward on this bomb site. You can see so many smokes up, the flames as well. Feels very claustrophobic. Limited vision, limited places to move. Now INTZ have position by sandbags, they will hold for a while. Spam goes back and forth. Now waiting for the pick. They got 30 seconds to plant. Yell's being teased. Surely there won't be a re-peek without a flash or something. Good discipline. Oh no! Oh no, it happens. Just as I prayed. The discipline and not peeking. You know that INTZ are waiting for that pick. And here we go. The bomb plant comes into play with just enough time to go. However, the advantages, I was going to say the man advantage with the CT's been off for too long there because Yell's activating. This is what he does. He's very good at this. And now it's a guessing game. Although not so much now because Food has given away his position. Yell's going to be playing on the bomb. Got the angle, the miss though. And out comes the CZ. Can he make it happen? Oh god, it's very close. Last bullet does it. Unreal. Last bullet from the CZ.
One character miss by Yell, who's hitting shots. Taking out 3 players of the round and almost misses the easiest one out of all of them. A good retake by EUNITED. Yell just holding it off right here.
It's the crazy thing with INTZ, they'll just sit and wait. Like even if the clock is like 15 seconds, they'll just sit and wait for that pick sometimes.
In hindsight, it's pretty smart because a lot of teams want to make the info play. Like, can we peek and rotate or what?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And so far, I mean, they've caught EUNITED off guard a couple times because of it. Even though EUNITED knows that they're playing slow every single round, you still have that need and habit to make info plays.
Yeah, it's a good point. Like, you know, you have to have familiarity with the team. I think if you're very familiar with INTZ, then there's a lot of, we understand that they're going to play like this, and there's a pretty easy response to deal with it. But if you are not 100% sure what that response is, or you're not very used to them, it's going to be difficult. That's a great flash. Transfer not quite there, almost. Cooper now edging on a very elevated position, looking for a pick. He might just get it, although he's going to fall back. Not confident to stay out there for too long, as that smoke was going away. Another one though, maybe he gets back up again. He does.
47 seconds, and again, it's a question of inching forward towards the site, putting smokes up and trying to plant the bomb. It's a very well placed incendiary. INTZ will stand there and watch. They're just waiting to deploy these grenades, and out they go, the smoke grenades. Very forward smoke from the CTs, that's been held on to. There's a small gap to watch the cross. And they're just creeping. Creeping forward to try and plant the bomb. Almost being encouraged. I think they were waiting for a bomb plant in the corner behind the smoke. You can wallbang it, as we saw from JNT. For Shark's bomb to be collected, and this time it won't work out. 8 seconds on the clock, and INTZ will not win the duels on this occasion. Still in the lead by 2. See what they choose to do, INTZ. Money's is just about not good enough to buy, I think. P250 is collected. So far, that's about it. Okay, we see a larger investment from INTZ, but the money is kept together around $2,000 per person.
Cooper looking for that first pick. He's going to grab one and spot the rush as well. And there's another one that will bite the dust as they make their way across to the bomb site. Not everyone can make it. Maybe no one will make it. Looks like United are stabilizing finally. I think we've seen the vast majority of time has been spent us just watching fights around this one bomb site.
Reminds me when this map first came out.
Exactly, yeah. It does feel like the new version is an improvement, but just give me Tuscan. Wasn't this map originally a hostage map?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty sure it was, yeah.
Nice enough round from EUNITED. 4 rounds in a row for them. Have INTZ lost sight of success in this first half? Round number 12. And the Kriegs are out for the most part. So let's see what they're able to do. Again, you saw on the previous execute towards A, you can call it that, INTZ held 3 smoke grenades for the late game, but United held onto a smoke grenade as well. They saw those grenades coming in and put one very forward on the site to stop INTZ from abusing the numbers and forcing them to go, well, forcing them to invite variants if they wanted to plant the bomb. There's 1:30 on the clock, so there's a long time left for INTZ to try and dry out the grenades, but let's keep an eye on how many smokes INTZ have, because with the focus towards the A bomb site time after time, those smoke grenades are a great indicator of when the meat and potatoes of the round will really start.
Minute to go. Not too much position here for the T-side just yet. Lucky, you'll be really careful with this one. Vanity's already in waiting as well. The bait set up. Here goes a peek from Vanity. Oh, he's timed it very well. And that should shut down the round. Although Chode does make it out, Freakazoid is going to deliver a defense on B. There's no way in on this round for INTZ. Going to be spotted. And Freakazoid's going to take the fight straight to Zand. Back to T-spawn with you, Trello. By the workbench.
Dry peaks everywhere.
Yes.
Dry peaks in mid, dry peaks on B. Cello's left to stare at a table for a minute. Because what else can he do in this situation?
Maybe we should let's get CS Assault into the competitive map pool.
Might as well.
No. let's not. Why would you say that?
Because we've got Vertigo. Just got to update it about 5 times, James.
What about Comrade Third Route? Remember that one?
I don't.
That's an old one.
I do not.
It's a real old one. That's a snow map too.
Oh,
Comrade
does it have a
Third
helicopter?
Route.
Maybe. I'm not sure about the helicopter.
Okay.
Like what I'm thinking a map that they played in Source a lot. Is
Oh,
it Comrade Third Route?
I'm not sure then.
I only played gun game in Source.
Might look this up now.
I actually do want to. I might actually look back at Contra because I actually played quite a lot of Contra in Source, and it was a. I remember it being a pretty good map. It has some like really interesting design elements that weren't in other maps. Anyway, back to the AWP, back to Cooper, back to the A ramp, back to the just A retake simulator.
Is he going to overpeak this? Because he was getting tagged before he even saw anybody.
Oh,
How was
so- oh, no, the
Fukin allowed to do that?
Oh, the bomb.
Well, it can be rescued.
How about Ruska? Remember that map?
I remember the name. I feel like if I saw pictures of it or ran around, I'd remember certain
I
things.
remember it.
But there's so
map
much
was-
I've forgotten.
The map was okay. I didn't mind it.
Okay, he's not good enough to Bears.
It's better than Vertigo, okay?
Okay, he's good enough to Bears.
Bomb is being collected. We've got some HEs and a couple of smokes, so they can try to get to this bomb site. What's interesting is that they've just sort of been forcing the issue here quite often. Would be nice to see some trying to win control towards mid, but that's just a deletion there, isn't it? Food is a distant memory after that shot.
And then come the smokes. That's when you know. That's when Cooper knows. He's just waiting for the smoke. That's it. 42 seconds remain. The bomb's been spotted. No surprise there. Cooper taking liberties now. Doesn't need to overpeak though. 30 seconds in your 4 versus 2. There's a big headshot from Markey, and Yell remains 25 seconds on the clock. They've seen him now. Falls by the makeshift security barrier.
I would love to be an opper playing against INTZ. Because they're just gonna just slow peek
They give you
stuff.
time, yeah.
Just take their time and slow peek. It's like, I'll take 10 shots before you take a bomb site, why not? Just sit back in a small triangle. Yeah, go ahead. No one's gonna rush me anytime soon.
Yes, there's big resurgence from United. They've actually taken the lead with that last round, and see that continues. Oh, good frag from Markey. He really understands his angles there, and he's got a quick HE that's being deployed, and that's not going to connect, but INTZ will start off the round without without one player, and now without 2 players. Unfortunate for INTZ, getting caught off guard in a couple instances here, and it's going to put them in a really bad spot. Trying to slow peek into B now. There's a lot of waiting for to get peaked. That's for sure.
Yep. Nice from Freakazoid. Not shy to go for the spray on the last player. Yeah, there's no steam or even water in this kettle for INTZ.
The cool thing, well, one of the interesting things about this map is that you can throw smokes to B and so on from T-spawn. And so it would be cool to see more stuff like that from INTZ. And, you know, maybe calls like somewhat of a rotation, pull someone out mids, take mids, get some presence in mids. You know, just try to split up the CTs a little bit.
I would think that INTZ's slow kind of play style, their contrast is have a couple fast rushes or something, or some contact explosion right away.
Yeah.
But they don't have any of that. It's just slow everywhere.
Oof, that was a pretty big effort from United. This is one problem for INTZ. United have been really good at locking down middle. That has been an issue. I'm not sure what the answer is for INTZ, but that's definitely one place where United have been doing really well. And some of their aggressions on A-ramp also have worked out so well. Looking at it now, you'd be surprised to look at the first portion of the half where it was such a struggle to hold bomb sites for United. They have a great logo, by the way.
United?
Yeah,
It's nice.
I think it's well designed.
One minute on the clock. INTZ will creep. United looking for round number 8 in a row. Less utility now. They've still got those smokes though, which will probably telegraph the position. There we go. There's a molly in response, and Destiny will fall. I think he was blocked by his teammate there.
Yeah. That's actually really funny.
Yeah, look at that. United know it's the A-bomb site. There's not even a doubt in their mind. 4 versus 2. They've got the forward smoke grenade to make things even worse, to isolate position. 17 seconds on the clock. Sand will try to meet shield. And a bomb's been planted. Food coming in from the back. You can just wait for the smoke to go. Cooper sitting in a corner. He can be the bait. There's the first one. And the second will be dealt with by Food as well. So it will be 9-6 for United. They figured it out and they got 8 rounds in a row afterwards. Imagine if it all started again. INTZ 3 rounds behind. What will the second half look like? Let's find out after the break.
Be like Bottle. Build your own community with your very own hub. Join other hubs and play more maps competitively than ever before. Compete for prizes and win FACEIT points just by playing your favorite games. It really is that simple. Join the community or create your own. Only at FACEIT.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Vertigo returneth. Old Vertigo, if you will. If you please.
What's next? New Prodigy?
Good one.
We tried to do Prodigy at Twitch Rivals in Wingman. It was just awful, man.
So
You
big.
can't see anything. It's so
That's true.
dark. We had to play an updated version which didn't have all the darkness. Anyway, we got INTZ, who have been winning most of, I think almost every pistol, I think. They will be defending the A-bomb site here, tasked with quite the defense. The oncoming Ts are looking quite scary. And indeed, the terror continues as they get some kills, get some position, and look close to getting the bomb down. Yeah, with 1 HP. That was fun. Bomb
Molly,
plants.
they're going to stand in the fire. Zand is on 1 HP. Takes the place of Yol, who was on 1 HP. Now he's on 1 HP. Headshots required, headshots received by Cello. Wrong end of the headshot as far as INTZ are concerned. And it's 10 for EUNITED. There's no more go slow. Now they're on the CT side, INTZ. They will be at the mercy of their opponent on the T side.
Yes.
That said, the anti-force fires and anti-ecos have looked a little shaky at times for United, so perhaps there is a chance for INTZ. They've picked up a number of smoke grenades. and Desert Eagles. It's a dangerous buy. And the United will have to figure it out. It took some rounds for adjustment in the first half. Maybe for United it will do on the second. They lose Marquis early to Zan through the smoke.
Creep to A comes in, the inevitable creep to A. And do INTZ have enough to stop it? If you can get the bomb down, I don't know without the kit there's a retake, but if they get the kills before you get towards the bomb plant, that's when the round really gets into favorable territory for INTZ, which is why Destiny goes for this flash play, trying to get some kills towards this position, but it's looking like EUNITED will slow things down. Now, who will take the initiative here? It's the peak battle between Cooper and Destiny, which Destiny will win. Now Food and Freakazoid are in a lot of trouble. 4 players to try to kill. They have not picked up any guns just yet, though. They have a smoke, and there it is. This is very, very hard. Oh, they're going to just stand next to each other.
Line them up.
And that's going to be a gift for Food.
Spray them all.
It's going to eat them up. It's going to gobble them up.
I gobble plantain, if I'm excited about it.
It's delicious, that's why.
This is wallbangable, but why not just go over the top instead? Almost stereo frags, one then the other for Zand. He gets a 3k in the round, and indeed, with not much, with not a whole lot, INTZ start the round well and finish it in even better fashion. United planted a bomb. That Krieg will certainly come in handy. Zand can drop an AWPTL. He will do exactly that. Money for United sucks. Do they feel compelled to force buy?
I don't know, they got a good amount of money for pistol and armor. They wanted to do that, but they could also save by maybe a light pistol, a couple nades, and get the bomb down plan for next round. Here's one of the utility you're talking about, Dan. A flash over B. It's gonna be a contact pop flash.
No.
Oh, that's chunky.
That is 150 plus. That utility damage is devastating. And so is the lineup potentially. They're still engaging Zand in this position. Destiny over the top trying to support, but to get more frags in this by now. Zand's run out of bullets on the Krieg, but he's got the USP there. Looks like damage will be next to none for United in this round. INTZ now in control.
United will end up buying. It's going to be a pretty low utility round, so don't expect too many set pieces. They do manage to get 3 smokes, a couple flashes, but not much to work with compared to the CT side. It looks like it's going to be an A take from United. We'll see how fast they go.
Oh. Oh, yeah, what you did.
Got to be careful, man, or you will fall off Vertigo building.
Vertigo building. This can only end in disaster. Oh, that's one way to have disaster. Cello is here to swing and finish off the job. They line up at a very unusual angle. Cooper creeps up in this 3 versus 5 again. This was a pick of a United. Nuke will be the decider should it be required. He'll buy the sandbags with an off angle. Playing off of each other. Cooper falls back, but the bomb is still there. He is running distraction. We could see Destiny jiggling, having a look. He's not going to get caught off by Freakazoid. He's looking for that trade fragger. Good awareness from a United, but INTZ have such strong positions with this 2-man advantage that how on earth can they turn this one around to United? Doesn't look like they can.
It's going to be tough. They do have some amount of time, but the peaks will be lost, and they will have to come up with something better on their next buy round.
Just a slow, pretty much default by United, but Yell playing the aggressive position takes out, well, 2 people off the bat, and then the 3rd one at the end of the round.
Yeah.
So Yell is showing that his AWP is really one of the X factors for INTZ to do well.
So one thing is that INTZ have been happy to play pretty aggro, so nice deagle shot, towards this A-ramp position, which means that the rush timings to middle are extremely open. So I'm wondering if EUNITED will work that out. Because if you have middle, you can really cause some problems on this map. Because you can wrap B, you can wrap CT, you can really isolate the rotations enormously. You can then get these splits on the sides going. It can be very powerful.
Yeah, last half INTZ was always pre-flashing that mid with 1 or 2 flashes almost every single time. And then after they get control of the forklift, that's when they start to slow down. Once they get control of that spot.
Triple peek from INTZ on the A-bomb site. They are out of position. Although maybe they're not, because there's a Krieg on B. Walking into the angle. Sand needs to deliver more than that. There's a flash. It's all concern though, but it's a T2 fast to spread. There's a trade. That's a huge trade. 4 versus 2 on Vertigo is very doable, but Yell gets stereo fragged to the help of a HE. Sees the bag. Oh dear, that's quite the response from Vanity. And now Tele walks into a 1 versus 2, but Freak is in the 1v1. In the meantime, Vanity's fallen off, so you have to wonder about the communication there. Surely there was a chance to swing, but that's an opportunity lost. Now, does he walk through the smoke? Does he spam? He's just going to creep. There was a 2 versus 1 to be had there. It took a 1v1 duel, lost their advantage, and INTZ make it to 10.
Yeah, INTZ also, they gave a huge opening to United, overcommitting towards the A ramp. And a real big opportunity. And again, United have I'm pretty sure we're going to see in this next buy round that INTZ don't have enough on mids to defend mids against 2 or 3 players. So we'll see if that changes in this next round, or if INTZ will continue to open 2B3A ramp. Okay, so they've got a different approach this round. They're actually stacking towards B. They've got a 4-player stack towards B. So they're playing massive gambles here, INTZ, against rush timing. So they seem to have a boost. Oh, I see. The boost looks into mid. That is, have you guys seen that before?
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't seen this one before.
It's rare, but it's been popping up here and there now.
Yeah, those rods, those metal rods don't make any connection, so you can throw a grenade through them as well. AWP for both sides. And INTZ way.
Oh.
Big fan of boosts. Minute to go. And the United have 0 positioning on the map. No mids. Marquis just hanging out by the B stairs by himself. Just occupying Zan's attention. 45 seconds to go. Are United sure of, are they sure of what they want to do here? They are rotating Marquis back now to join the rest of the team. Yeah, well, this boost is going to have him over the smoke. Oh, he whiffs a shot. There's lots of damage to receive here. Problems now for INTZ. That shot from the AWP pretty easy to connect, and it's just getting worse. What is going on? Everyone is dead.
It is hard to show the progress or development of a round on Vertigo.
Yep.
Like you can with other maps. You can't really...
You're either
Like they
in
go
the site
up
or
the
not.
ramp and they take fights. So that's about it, really.
It's like
on the
train.
A-bomb site.
Yeah.
I think it was Team Liquid or Stewie who said this, that the biggest problem with this map, or it could have been Nitro, I don't know, one of those. They were saying how there's no like lead up to the bomb site. You take like a couple steps and you're like right next to the bomb site as a T.
It's like train.
Yeah, there's no traditional mid. So there's no fight for control, which gives you better options. There's just... I mean, mid is there, but it's... If you can... I mean, you refer to it as mid, but is it really a mid?
Not really.
I mean, technically it is, but it's... Like, if you have that, if the Ts have that, then It's
the mid of what though?
yeah. Well, you know, now that door isn't there, because I feel like if you have that mid, then the TZ is probably dead for the most part. It's pretty wild, and so is the start of this round, number 22. But again, the door isn't there now, so it's a more committed place. Again, it's at least mid and towards A. It's a more dedicated effort if you want to control those areas. For the CTs, you can't rotate back as easy as you could before. For the Ts, the options are further deeper. The deeper, rather. I can't speak English. Because that door isn't there for a quick move. But anyway.
Well, already Yellow's on the flank. He might actually just catch this push before it's done. Yeah, it's going to kill the round completely. Although he goes for the instant kill. Probably got 2 out of that, I think. But
Well, the guy was facing him.
here's some mercy. He had a nade in his hand.
I know, but if he's facing him, then the info's there. Right? You don't know what's around the corner. You got to shoot him in the face.
In the face. Vertigo, meanwhile, on the A site. It's really weird when you have a 3v3 on this after like at like 140 because there's so much walking around.
You have to walk everywhere because they can hear you cross the map. Oh, Marky, what the?
Krieg to the face. Now the A bomb side is going to be abused. What's the time for the retake? For INTZ, and it's an open plant.
Bomb has indeed been planted. An exchange of fire, and again, when you're next to the smoke, it's often not favourable. If you don't kill straight away, then your traces are easier to punish. As Freakers will keep going around, expecting Cello to expect him to go to the other side after that kill. He does indeed rotate all the way. And Cello! Oh, that's awkward. That's pretty awkward. And now Freakers is committed if he goes for the face. Oh, really? That would have been ridiculous and hilarious.
Amazing.
But it doesn't work.
Good effort.
That would have been spectacular.
That's when you get the DPI button. It's like
Spin to win.
You got that 10,000 DPI to go for it.
Kind of a stolen round from EUNITED. They were looking pretty grim right there. The kill that Marky got was able to open up one of the bomb sites.
Yeah, it's a really huge round. It breaks the economy of INTZ and gives EUNITED a chance to get real headway in this one. They're struggling on their T side, I have to say. It doesn't seem like they have a consistent answer to opening up the rounds. I think middle hasn't been explored enough by EUNITED because INTZ have been committing a lot towards A early in every round. Almost 3 players every time, leaving mid and B very vulnerable. But it's just one player just peeking by himself against the pistol. That's a rip.
Yeah, again, these have not been the most solid rounds for EUNITED.
Wow.
They're very spread out against these pistols, you know.
This is their pick as well. Let's not forget. So these rounds need to be better.
Yeah, you can just group up and use the nades to your advantage. Doesn't matter if it's telegraphed, if you're against the pistols. You know that with a full nade set, you can basically take away every single angle and position with Molotovs and smokes on this map. And you can get it for free. The bomb plants. When AK and Krieg have been picked up, it really becomes very questionable if EUNITED are going to win this round or not. Destiny with a very strong angle here. With the drive-by works out though. Good flash timings. Nice trade though.
That grenade is helpful, but frags would be even more so. That's quite the headshot, and that round has been gifted to EUNITED, you feel, with the dry peaks versus a round where surely there will be deagles.
It's weird because this round would have been better suited to versus the full buy. You know, then it'd be more okay, but against the pistols, just don't make it complicated. Keep it simple, group up. This map is so easy to get a bomb plant. It's so easy to do it. If the other team has no utility, they can't do anything. They literally cannot do a single thing to stop you from moving forwards when you have the Molotovs, flashes, and smokes down. And on both bomb sites, you get to stand in front of the bomb site to execute free, as opposed to, as you said, like other maps you got to take positioning in various spots before you can get the bomb down. So now we've got, now this would have been good against the pistols. Moving together, trading it out. Yell's dead, and the United start to move towards the A bomb side again. Now they need to get some redemption for that previous round, which they will certainly not be happy with. Indeed, redemption might be found here. Counter smoke by the CTs. Cello dropping that one close. There is a second wave of smokes to be found for the T-side. The pinch is successful.
Variance, smoke grenades. This, I feel like this kind of thing is a lot of why the aim map changed. We're running around in smokes,
Oh, the bomb didn't go
hoping who
down.
has a better angle. And there is the variance, despite all that. Back in the 2 versus 2. Freakazoid will make it 1, but where is Zand? Pulls an incendiary out. There's a smoke on the bomb. And maybe he's got himself a one-way. He can't fall off, of course. The swing is here. Will he take 2, though? Spots up. He can't transfer in time, but he'll get there eventually. In that round, I don't know about you guys, but it just felt like random to me in terms of like once the smokes are up, people looking for each other in the smokes.
Yep.
Surprised it's, I don't know, it's been like the second or third time United's been kind of punished from that, I don't know what you guys call that spot that you could hop up onto.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, but like in this area, it's like almost the third time that United's been caught by it, and still there's no Molotovs back there. There's no one like just kind of posting up waiting.
Yeah, definitely.
And as you mentioned earlier, Dan, about their eco rounds.
Basically, last 2 rounds, United have had the advantage, and they were unable to capitalize. It's a quick kill from Freakazoid, but he's against 3 more. Needs a quad kill. At the very least, economic damage would be really, really, really useful. So if Freak can get a couple more, then that would be lovely for United. But yeah, it does feel a little bit random, some of these positions.
1 minute on the clock. Ooh. He's been caught. He knows he has. So, probably got 1 versus 1, but he can't pull out his gun in time. Maybe keep the gun out.
A gun. Using a pistol.
So we're talking about United and their anti-ecos. It seems like they're having a bit of problems because they're taking it so slow and spread out that they're trying to find information so they don't just run into the stack. But the downside is that because they're so slow and kind of like elbow peeking, slow peeking stuff, is that the deagles are just off angling and easy kills for deagles if they're just set up without any pressure.
Yeah, if you want to play Crimpo, get Mag 10 out there, stack 4 players elsewhere, and just play off of what the Mag 10 gets. If you want to keep it super simple, that can work in a map like this.
Destiny round the back. Looking for 2, I'm sure. See if he's got any trigger discipline, although the T's have moved away. But look at the rotation. Oh, we still have Cello on the B bomb site. So there's a 5 versus 2 to be had. Destiny's gone the wrong way, although with that information, Cello will go the right way. HG will put Marky on 9 HP. A lot of utility for United, sorry, but Destiny, you'll see 1 on the ramp now. Engages immediately, pulling rotation back towards him as they activate on the site itself. And again, we're in a 2 versus 2 to spray from under the ramp. Will leave SHZ alone. Seems the rotation will be towards the B bomb site. Will he be heard? He's right behind them. That's a loud out of bombs being dropped, and with that, SHZ will run away.
What a catch. He's upgraded to the Creek now as well, and the bomb will go down, and Freakazoid will have plenty of time to position where he wants, and he recognizes this, so he goes for a very open plant. Now, it's all about taking the very smart choices here, and it's going to be hard to be perfect, but this is a very strong position. Actually, he said, will he predict this one? He doesn't, and that's beautiful. That's actually kind of sick because just as SHZ is coming around that corner, he's looking at the door. He's not looking at that angle.
It's good off angle.
that's a really strong one. Wow.
So United saving, or like Freakazoid saving the round right there, and probably the game for United. If they would have lost that round, INTZ would be in a good chance to take this win away from United.
Got a Mac 10 this time.
There you go.
It's your info guy. It's the guy with the clipboard getting that info.
Well, they still have the advantage of elevation, INTZ, which needs to be dealt with somehow. Looks like they have taken the right gamble on this occasion. United towards the B bomb site. INTZ rotating away from A. Again, INTZ are at the risk of losing this match, being a map down at the moment. It's advantage United just about. I say just. 13-13. Vanity with the... Oh, he's dead. Don't know what else to say there.
And the Mac 10 looking for the information.
I guess we got some.
Yeah. Should still be safe as long as everybody else plays smart. There's no kits. Time is really an issue. Marquee also an issue. Ooh. He's got to get out of there. He's going to get exploderized.
Oh,
can he
might
make
survive?
He's dead, man.
Oh. I don't know how far the explosion goes on this map.
Further than that.
I'm not familiar.
That did at least 1 HP right there.
Well, United are in the lead. Rounds have been light on this T side. INTZ doing a reasonable job despite all the bomb plants. But this is a critical round for INTZ because of their money situation. And the same could be said, like if INTZ win this round, they might win the game. Because what are United going to have to fight with? Their loss bonus is going to be in the bin. It's critical.
Ooh, that's a big 1v1. I was about to say, again, if you just check the INTZ, they always stack 3 at the beginning of the round. Like almost every single round towards A. And mid is very undefended. Tag onto Vanity, but it's still a 5v4 in favor of EUNITED. Doubling down towards the A ramp. This could be dangerous. So INTZ get a kill and they get away with it. They don't take any damage in return. But they might have to make another info play towards A ramp because they need to know about rotations here. EUNITED rotating towards B and INTZ don't have info just yet.
Raise on the side, Sand loses his jaw, some hesitation there in how he chose to engage that, it seems. And it's just about a 4 versus 3. Made 3, which could quickly be made 2 if Freakazoid is caught. Martin gets create some more space, but he's taking damage. That's a really bad smoke for him. And off he goes. Lots of hesitation, and now it's time for variance on the B bomb site. 40 seconds remain. Freakazoid trying to open the door. Now, maybe if Food sprays, Freak can open the door. I think you heard a scope. There's some information. Can Food play off of this? He's got 30 seconds left. Waiting for a peek from the CTs. I think he saw SHZ trying to squeeze in through the choke point back. And just about 12 HP left. And United take it, and they make it to match point. That was really down to the wire.
Buy this guy some dinner. He's been playing off his mind with his last 2 maps. Food, the MVP for EUNITED.
Yeah, that first. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the first map as well. He was just beasting.
Oh, Cello, you should have. That's like the worst feeling in the world. You had the angle, you had him beat, you outpositioned him, and you still get outshot.
Yeah, it was really sloppy getting onto the side as well. Oh my goodness, gracious me.
I guess the match is won.
16-13.
143 on the clock. That's the fastest match point I've ever seen. Ever. NVIDIA. These highlights are brought to you by NVIDIA. Hello. And indeed, those highlights were brought to you by NVIDIA. Sorry, Dan really confused me with the whispering. But here we are. I honestly think that's one of the fastest match points I've ever seen. The deletions were real. It was a slow game, such as the monotonous nature of the T-sides from INTZ. They were eventually solved by EUNITED in the first half, but it was late enough that they gave themselves a fighting chance, INTZ, in the second half. But again, That was such a crucial round at the end. 1 versus 2, second last round. Couldn't convert it, and then after that they just got deleted. I don't know what else there is to say, because it's kind of weird as these teams are getting ready to start a new Vertigo. We're at the residual stages of the old Vertigo, so there's nothing to really take away because the map is going to be so dramatically different.
Yeah.
That you know, it is what it is, I suppose.
Well, the weird thing is both teams had a lot of leaks in both their hot ways they were playing their halves. INTZ they were trying to play kind of gambly, and they were, United were unable to punish it really or recognize it, and it does just come down to a lack of familiarity. But yeah, it was, definitely honorable mention to Food. Some really important rounds and clutches, much like the first map from him. So impressive that he kept up his form.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big victory for EUNITED, and they will move forward to face the winner of 2-1 versus X Singularity. Again, that is happening on Caffeine, and soon enough we will be starting ATK and Riot Squad on Caffeine as well, so look out for those streams. We will have the information for you on the screen as well, but it's time for the HyperX X Factor play of the game. What's it going to be? I honestly have no idea.
Food's clutch there, or maybe
You know, most of the time I have no idea what it's going to be. I'm always guessing.
Oh yeah, the pistol. This is pretty.
It's a pistol
pretty
party.
huge.
Yeah, this is nice.
Man like Cooper on deck. Move number 3 and number 4. Really nice work from Cooper in the pistol round on Train to open the proceedings, and many rounds were won after that. That is EUNITED winning their match, but there's one more match to come here in North America, and it is going to start very shortly indeed. I did promise you that this clock would change, and it has. It is now, according to GMT, 426 days since we could draw on a map. We will see you after the break for one more series of Counter-Strike.